Hi, this is Nick in 3WG, and I'm going to give a quick update of some changes I've made to the KX3 interface for Pigtail within HamLog. So the Pigtail is already connected to the KX3 through the accessory port. In here, when I go to the Pigtail selection screen, whenever you select KX3, you'll notice that a question pops up right below that says, do you want to use the full KX3 interface? And I'm going to turn that on, select the Pigtail, and then go back to add a contact. Now we're connected, we got the mode and the frequency from the radio. If I press the Pigtail button now, we have this info screen that pops up that explains how to use the interface. On the actual KX3, if you want to access a sub-function, like if you want to press that tune button right there, the one that's just below the transmit button, right there, you have to hold down the transmit button. That doesn't really work well in a UI like this. So to activate the tune function, you actually press the yellow text. So that's basically what this info box tells you. Also in the next version, the location of your controller is saved, so the next time you come in it restores it. So this is the new KX3 interface, and all these buttons work. I think there's 2 or 3 that don't. You notice all the knobs have been removed here as well. The knob over here has been sort of grayed out. But if we take a look at some of these buttons, like if I press Band Plus, you can see it changed in 3 places. It changed on the radio as well as within the UI here and up top. This is actually the data that gets saved when you save the contact. VFOB has been implemented, so if I switch from A to B, it just swaps them right there. Also, all of these indicators that are on the actual KX3 are implemented in this interface as well. So, for example, if I turn on NB, then the icon will pop up right there. If you can see that. The built-in memories are there. They took the place of those buttons down here. Switching modes. You can see that it changed up here to CW. It also reflects that on the radio as well as up top. If we go to data, you can see it says data there. If we press the Alt, then it'll go to reverse and indicate both of them. The rate button, well, let me talk about tuning first. So this knob does not actually do a knob just because it doesn't work well in an interface like this. So I retain the plus and minus buttons and the fast for fast tuning. And the rate button down here manipulates that fast switch. So if you press rate, it just toggles it on or off. And the plus or minus will do whatever the on-off switch is set to. Display also, this text here where VFOB is, I haven't implemented that in its entirety, so you can see everything that you could get on the KX3. If you press display, it'll switch to a UTC clock, and if you press it, it'll switch it back to VFOB. RIT and XIT are in there, and the icons do pop up here. The filters will populate. I haven't tested that though, but all the indicators are in there, and it does check for what it is. This last over here, so the skirts got pulled out just because I'm not sure how to get those on the screen yet. The last tells you the last button you pressed on the interface here, and the reason it does that is because there's a delay between pressing a button and it being reflected within the app itself. So if I press mode, it's on CW on the radio, and then it takes about a second for it to pop up here. So this can tell you very quickly if the command that the button you think you pressed is actually what you pressed. Frequency enter will pop up a little screen or a little view, and you can type in your frequency. The signal meter, you probably saw that pop up right there. So this is a little progress indicator that will go back and forth based on the state of the signal meter. Sending a message, if you press the message button, you got to be in CW mode to do the message there. So let's go down to CW or data. Also in this new version you can do data with the memories. So I press the message button. this little view pops up and tells you what to hit. You know, select the message you want to send, just as if you were using the radio. So if we want to send message 1, we're going to hit the pre button. I don't have one programmed into this radio, so it's not going to do anything, but that's how you send the messages, and you can close that if you want. Delay here, so let me show you that. We're in CW, you see the QSK indicators on there. If I hit delay and then spin the knob, we can see the QSK go away and come back. Spot. Yeah, so everything's in there mostly. The menu button doesn't work, the kilohertz button doesn't work. All of these buttons work. Store and recall are not in there. Scan is. So those two and these two are the only buttons that aren't in there. Everything else works. So this will be in version 4.05 of HamLog, which should be out at the end of July. So take a look for it. Thanks.